Hello everyone, I'm coming to you today from this very weird angle because I'm going to be doing a room tour! Well, it's an apartment tour, but when your apartment's only one room, it's a room tour. So if you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Allison and I'm currently a graduate student here in Tokyo, Japan. And I have been living in this apartment for almost 2 years. I'm going to be moving out, I hope, this summer in about 2 months. So I wanted to do one last room tour. I did one before, but it was just a few months after I moved in and a lot has changed and nothing else is going to be changing since I'm going to move. So before I get started, I'm sure you want to know how big it is. This room is 6.4 tatami mats, which is how you measure room sizes in Japan. I'll put the conversion to that here. I don't know what it is, but it's 6.4, which is pretty normal for Tokyo. I'd say most studio apartments are probably 6, 7, or 8 tatami mats. It's fine. You know, it's not that bad. Is it smaller than my childhood bedroom? Yes, it is, but it's fine. So this room is 6 tatami mats, but the whole apartment itself is 22 square meters, feet here, which is also a pretty normal size for people who live alone in a studio apartment here. You can actually go a lot smaller or bigger. This is probably pretty average sized. But yeah, the apartment is one room, but let's go and show you. Oh, and stick around until the end. I will talk about my rent, how much I pay to live here. Okay, so we are going to work from the front of the apartment right here to the back. So starting off, we have my genkan area and I have this door and you'll notice there's a lot of stuff on it because I believe in using all storage space. I've noticed in Japan, a lot of the entrance doors are going to be magnetic. So as you can see, I have like hats, I have bags, umbrellas, all that stuff hanging on the door. Now, what I really don't like about this genkan is that it is the world's smallest genkan, perhaps, because I've never seen one so small. I literally can't put on shoes, most of my shoes, without stepping into the apartment, which, you know, in Japan, you're not supposed to wear outdoor shoes above the genkan area, but I have no choice, even if I didn't have stuff on the door. And I do have a shoe closet, which I do like. Built-in shoe closet is a lifesaver. Wish it was a bit bigger, but it's fine for the size apartment, I think. Okay, so right to the right of the genkan is my bathroom area, so let's go in here. Okay, so here we are in the bathroom, and as I mentioned earlier, I do have a separate toilet, sink, shower room. So let's start with the toilet. So it's a very simple room. I do have some stuff in the corner. So I have this little IKEA cart over here. I got an ironing board. And then we have a fancy Japanese toilet with the bidet and all that. Heated seat. Love it in the winter. It's very nice. There is a sink on the back of it, but I don't use that sink. There's nowhere to put soap. I don't get it. And then on the back of the door, I have one of these like shoe storage solutions, and that's where all my cleaning solutions are. Okay, so next we have the laundry area. So I have this storage solution over the washing machine where I put my laundry baskets, and then above that I keep other laundry things like detergent and nets and stuff. And the washing machine itself is pretty normal. It's a bit big for someone who lives alone, but I don't like to do laundry all the time. I do it like twice a week. And yeah, it just washes. There is no dryer. I would absolutely love to have a dryer. But in rental apartments especially, you can't get like a gas dryer. They do sell them in Japan, but a lot of people don't have them yet. And instead, most people, especially who rent, opt for the combination washer dryers, which I believe are actually pretty good now. But I would love to get one, but they cost like $2,000. So one day we can get it, maybe. Okay, and next we have my little sink situation. So you can open this and there's storage behind it. It's pretty common. I have 2 of those. And then there's this light. I'm keeping all the lights on because my apartment's very dark. And then there's some storage underneath, just a normal cabinet situation. And then in between, I have this little wheelie cart. Gotta make use of any space you can. And then behind the vanity, I just have this little bookshelf here. It's literally a bookshelf, but I keep towels and masks and then more towels, like hand towels and stuff. And then on the top here is makeup I don't wear as often. So before we go into the shower room, I do have one of these nice control panels and I can dry clothes in it. I can even heat the room before entering or when I'm in the bath if it's cold. And I have a vent going on 24/7. Okay, and then in the bathroom, I have a separate shower and tub, which is very important to me. In smaller apartments, they're gonna be combined. But I have a very nice tub where it like sings to you. Like you can set it to fill and it stops automatically and it sings when it's ready. And you can also reheat the bath water and it keeps the bath water regulated at the same temperature. It's very nice, and I don't know if I can go back to a normal, boring bathtub ever again. And then we have the shower area. I do have a stool. I like to sit. Once you start, you'll understand why it's a Japanese thing. So yeah, usually I sit when I shower, and otherwise it's pretty normal situation, I guess. Okay, so that was the bathroom, and now we're gonna be back in my little kitchen hallway. It's hard to call it a kitchen because it's very tiny. So right next to the entranceway, we have my fridge and microwave oven. So this is actually like really big because it's like an oven and a microwave, because I am American and sometimes I like to use the oven to cook things and bake. And then above it, I have my toaster and a kettle, and I keep bananas and stuff in here. And even above that, if you'll see, that's the electric panel. But then I have this like temporary shelf I got from Daiso, and I keep like Tupperware and big bowls and things like that up there. So my fridge is pretty small. So basically it's just, this is a pretty normal single person size fridge in Japan. They're very into sizing things by how many people are in the family. And then the freezer is this kind. And we have a little shelf at the top too. And then over here I have yet another rolling cart. Can't get enough of these. Just like oil, sauce, and stuff in there. Ooh. So the sink is actually a non-standard size sink, kind of. This is like a standard-ish size sink for small apartments like this. So it's not that big. It's really small. It's dirty, don't look at it. And then I have this thing. It actually has fallen down one time, but hopefully it won't again. And I just keep things I use often on it, basically. And then most normal apartments aren't gonna have a dishwasher or anything. And I only have this much counter space. It's really narrow, but I finally found the perfect dish rack thing. And then here I have a 2-burner stove situation, which is just fine for me. And then to the side here, I have this like spice rack situation. So, and then below we just have these, which is basically my pantry. I just keep all the food. Oh no, something fell. I keep food in there. It's pretty messy. And then above I have another cabinet with all my cups in it. I love collecting cups and plates and stuff. One of the storage solutions I'm most proud of in this room, however, is this counter, which you can't see. So this keeps all my garbage. There's 3 of them. So I keep like recycling in 2 of them and my normal trash in 1. And then there's some drawers just for, you know, stuff. Cutlery. And then I have my coffee pot here, a rice cooker, just took out the blender, and some wipes and stuff. So this was actually really cheap on Rakuten. I think it was about $100, but it is a piece of garbage. Like, I don't know if I can take it with me because it's kind of falling apart. But I think something similar is a great idea. But the only reason it fit is because I actually had to block off part of the doorway. But I think it's okay. I don't need the whole door. See, it kind of comes out, but so does the sofa, which I'll show you now. So a lot of people, even my landlord, commend how much furniture I was able to fit into this small room. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I have a sofa happening over here. I have a bed. I have a giant TV, and I have a desk area. So my secret to making these small rooms not feel so small is by making sure your room has zones. So I have a bed zone, I have a sofa TV zone, and then I have a desk zone. And because I have 3 different zones, it feels a lot bigger than if I had kind of all combined it. So let's start with the sofa zone behind me. So this is actually the smallest size sofa Nitori sold, which is like a Japanese IKEA. But I really wanted a sofa because I don't like sitting on the floor for more than like an hour or 2 at a time. So for me, the sofa's worth it. And then next to the sofa, I have this shelf situation. We got some Genshin on the wall. We got video game stuff, camera stuff, random technology stuff. It's all over here. It does like cut into the sofa a bit, but it's fine. And then this is a very smart, a little ugly storage solution. So this is like my dining table and my ottoman. We got some storage inside. I can flip it and now I have a footrest. Yeah, I don't like the color, but this is literally the only one I could find that had a tabletop. Okay, and then over here I have this absolutely massive TV. It's too big. but I got it because the smaller ones were basically only like $10 cheaper at Costco where I bought this. So yeah, I got it because this TV is gonna last me a long time, I think. And then below it, I just have a normal console situation with my PS4, Switch, etc. Random stuff in the drawers. And then here I have a mirror, which I don't really like. I want to get rid of it, but we got a mirror. Then here I have a plastic drawer for like, I have socks in the top too, and then tote bags in the bottom too. I have way too many bags. I'm obsessed. Okay, and now we are in my bed area. It is a single bed. That's it. That's all you're gonna get in a room this size. And I have my stuffed animal collection behind me, but they are all sitting on top of my luggage. It's not a total waste of space. And then the bed actually has 2 drawers where I keep my pants. And then there's like a back section to the bed where I store my like winter clothes and things like that. Okay, the lighting sucks, but I have my balcony here. Can't show you it. I have laundry drying on it right now. Actually, that's basically all it's for. And then we have the closet, which I just cleaned. It's a pretty normal closet. It just got clothes. It's like a normal size. And below it, I do have like a 4-level dresser kind of thing. And then up there, I keep all my bags and like documents, things like that. Basically, anything that can fit up there will go there. And then lastly, we have my desk area where I take Zoom class, study, watch anime, etc. So I got this monitor last fall, I think I got the monitor. So worth it. I hook up my MacBook to it, and I have this cute little pink chair from IKEA, which I really like. It's cute. Desk is nice, but I'd like to get a bigger one when I move. And then in this left shelf thing, it's basically just stationery and documents I might need. And then here I have another bookshelf, which I also bought a few months ago because I just have too many books. So there's just more books there. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. What did you think? I think I decorated it pretty cute. I think it's cute. I don't care if you disagree. It's cute for me. So where I live, I can't say yet because I live here still, but basically it's kind of central and it's kind of not central. It's a decent location. It's not like the best. It's not the most central, but I don't live out in the middle of nowhere either. But for rent, I pay 7,800 yen a month plus 2,000 yen a month for the like community management fee, which basically all apartment buildings here have. So basically I pay about 80,000 yen a month to live here, or about 800 US dollars. I don't know what the conversion rate is now. It's crazy, but about that, which I don't think is too bad because I'm living alone, which I could never imagine being able to afford to do this in America as a student, especially in Florida. Rent is crazy, but here you really can live for pretty cheap-ish. You could go cheaper. Yeah, that's what I pay in rent. I'm probably gonna be paying more when I move because I want a little bit more space, but I think we can still get a pretty good place. We'll see. Hopefully not that much more money, but if you want to see that journey, which will be happening very soon, I'm very excited for, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like the video, leave a comment down below. What do you think of my apartment? Could you live here? It is way smaller than American normal apartments, but I think it's fine. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back here again next week as always. Bye!